So after yesterday's 2-2 draw between Forest and Wolves, this is really starting to worry me. Let's get into it. Good morning, good evening, or good night. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my thoughts on the game between Forest and Wolves yesterday in the Premier League. Coming up, I'll be talking to you about things that are concerning me, a lot of positive things I saw. But is looking for positives right now the thing we need to do? Because I think the only thing that matters is points on the board. Before we get into it, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And let me know down below in the comments, are you worried? Is relegation now a serious possibility after Forest didn't win that match yesterday at the City Ground? And look, I don't care what Ant says. It was a must-win game. I get what he says technically and all this crap. I get it. But we've now got to go away to Everton. Then we got Man City at home. Then we've got the Sheffield game away. Then Chelsea at home. And then Burnley away. And that's it. That's it. The kicking the can down the road routine is no longer valid. Performances. I could go on about some great performances yesterday, from Murillo to Morgan Gibbs-White to Danilo. But are they relevant at this stage of the season? And that's the kind of thought process I'm getting to right now. That we can have 10, 11 players have an 8 out of 10 game. If we don't win, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's no longer viable. We're not sitting here in October, November time where we can say we can see a bit of chemistry, a bit of gelling, which is kind of what I did see yesterday, being positive about it. But it doesn't matter is the point I'm making. Right now, points on the board are the most important. And yet again, Forest throw away points from a winning position. I think that's about 25 so far for the season. Where would that put us? That would literally double our points tally. We'd be up on 50 points, and God knows where that puts us in the table. In fact, let's just have a quick look at where that would be, because if Forest had won all their games that they were winning in, and granted, with yesterday's match, we did come from behind, but 50 points would put you roughly 7th. Say we got 15 out of those 20 points. So what are we? No, sorry, that would be on 51 points because Forest on 26. That would put us sixth, one place out of the Champions. And 15 points will put us on 40 points, which will put us comfortably on the beach in about 12th, 13th. And this is my points. My point to this, points mean prizes right now. And right now, I don't feel like this team can win a match. I feel like we gave it everything in that second half. I thought I saw some of the best high pressing we've seen, full stop, since we've been back in the Premier League. I thought Dominguez came on and changed the mentality of the game. And we still couldn't win the match. Why? Because of corners. Corners. I've lost count. Was that corner 21? Or corner 22, or dead ball 21, or dead ball 22, we've now conceded. Please let me know in the comments down below. In fact, I don't even know if I want to know anymore. They say there are certain things in life. Death, taxes, and Forest conceding from freaking corners. And that's what it feels like right now. And I've had enough of the same mistakes happening over and over again and not being addressed quick enough. And this is a gripe I now have with Nuno, because it's the same gripe I had with Cooper. The reaction to change to obvious things is too slow from him. What do I mean by that? Yates starting. I don't care what any of the Yates lovers now say. If you can't see it, then, all power to you. But from my perspective, compare his performance to Dominguez when he came on. It's night and day. He's not a starter. Now, I'm not going as far as some people go and calling him a championship player. He's a closer for me. 15 minutes. Forest are winning. Bring him on. Disrupt. Slow the game down. Niggly free kicks. Fine. He's not a starter. He can't shoot. He can't pass. He can rugby tackle. That's about it. He can pass the ball backwards, sometimes sideways. I just don't see it. If you're a Yates fan, fine. But please tell me, without using the words that even he knows he's limited, tell me what it is that you think he brings on that advances the team as a starter. Now, it's not a witch hunt against Yates. As I said, I don't care if you bring Joe Worrell back right now, if he's going to keep us in the Premier League. I don't care. It's not about performances anymore. It's about points. But Dominguez not starting over Yates, that's on Nuno. There has to be some weird reason that he's doing it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is, but it's got to stop, and it's got to stop at Everton. Dominguez came on, we controlled the midfield, we controlled the press, everyone started to look like they were clicking. And then he brings on Origi. And I don't get it, because I felt Raina was starting to really come into the game at that stage, starting to look confident, already had an assist. In one start, he's got more goal contributions than Origi and Yates combined all season. And this guy has played Champions League. He's played at the highest level in the Bundesliga. And we're there using him as a luxury item on the bench for a couple of cameos. And today he comes off. No. Look, I know Elanga was injured. If Elanga was fit, he probably would have started ahead of Raina. And you all know how frustrating I find Elanga. Frustratingly good, as I call him. And I just thought, in a bad way, that helped Forest. You don't want a player to be injured. That's one of your own. I don't care if they play for an opposition. But in a way, it gave a good excuse for Nuno to put Raina. And Raina has football IQ, man. So I think he needs to start starting him pretty much for the rest of the season. Then bring Elanga on with the pace against a tiring defence. These are all simple fundamentals that Nuno's missing, and I don't understand why. And look at the corner one. The corner is the biggest example. It's not just me that's been saying it. It's not just people that agree with me. It's also people that can't stand me, right? Everyone is saying MGW should not be on corners. And we take him off officially for the first time pretty much this season. And we score. And ironically, he's the one who scores the goal. He is more useful in the box than he is pigeon stepping the ball from the corner spot. So surely that's a done deal now. If Nuno goes back in the next game and reallocates MGW on corners after we've seen the quality of the corners from Danilo and from Raina in the game against Wolves yesterday, then he needs his goddamn head checking. He really does. But overall, it's a weird one. I don't know how to explain it. I was really pleased with that second half performance. But because I was so pleased, it also made me frustrated because we should have won. And I just don't feel we have it within us to break a team down that's void for ideas. If any Wolves fan think they have a good team, then cool. Good luck to you. There's still Wolves fans talking, well, maybe we're on the peripheral of Europe. I heard your video, Dave. What are you on about? But it's the case of, just Wolves are just on the beach. And if Forest can't beat a team that's on the beach, then what are we going to do against all the other teams, barring technically Chelsea, who are fighting for something? Now, it could come to the stage when we play Sheffield in a couple of games' time that they're already relegated, but that might free them up. And then it could be the same with Burnley. All I know for sure right now is this is going to the wire. Because we had to put 3 points down against Wolves to give us the potential to need just a draw against Burnley on the final day of the season based on what Luton do. So technically now, and we'll do an update on it throughout the week, if that Mystic Meg thing that I put together last week was going to be correct, Forest are now -2 points of where I put them, which means a draw won't be sufficient against Burnley. And this is why, probably for the first time this season, this worries me. It is now slapping me in the face that there's a distinct possibility that we could go down. We kicked the can down the road against Palace. Fine, we picked up the Fulham result. Atrocious against Spurs last week, apart from, that period in the end of the first half. And against Wolves today, we're just impotent in front of goal. We create and had a lot of possession. It almost feels to me like Forest are better off just letting a team have the ball and then just springing a break and hoping that we can get in. And when we do that, we seem to convert our chances better than when we create and construct opportunities like we did against Wolves. I thought Nico Williams was extremely wasteful in his chances yesterday. Origi, waste of a space. Chris Wood kind of marked out the game for me. And Callum Hudson-Odoi struggled without a wingman going through there. And I don't know what happens. I don't really know where I'm going with this video. All I know is my message is I'm worried. And I just need to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comments. We got Grumpy Old Reds coming tonight. Slightly earlier time at 7 p.m. because I got a shootout off after that. But I am extremely interested to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And am I right to be worried? Now, by me saying I'm worried, it doesn't necessitate that I think we're down. But I feel it's a more a realistic possibility right now. And I've been studying these fixtures and I'm sick of playing paper football, man. And I'm so sick of Forest not being able to convert draws into wins, losses into draws, and so on and so forth. Pretty depressing video. Just reflecting back on it. Apologies. The performance was good. I'm just frustrated and worried. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you're new. We'll catch you about 7 p.m. tonight on Gore. I can't wait to hear what the boys think about it and to see your live comments in there. So make sure you tune in. Until then, chin up, guys. And we're still a point clear. Thank you, Man City, for putting 5 past Luton. Positives. Let's end it on that positive note. Come on, you Reds.